Sir, is it option D?
Option D. Okay. What about anyone else?
Option D.
Option D. Okay. So what about remaining people? I think Manas, Kaushik and Pramay Dubey has answered. What about remaining people? Do you agree with option D? All right. So let's see the logic here. So I can clearly see. So this is again an easy example, right? By visually itself, I can understand, right? Clearly, the difference between both of this is 150. The difference between both of this is 150, and the difference between both of this is 150. Whereas when I try to find the difference between this, the difference is 140. Right? So again, this is a very simple logic through which we can conclude that the option is option D, right? Okay, just a minute. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, what about this question? Just try to observe the numbers carefully. You'll get your answers. Don't try to impose the same logic that you have imposed in the previous question. Okay, don't try to impose the same logic. Try to think about the numbers. What can be the logic? All these numbers are particular kind of numbers. That's the hint. Okay. So now with the help of that hint, you should be able to solve this question. Yeah, someone has messaged me. Okay. B. Sudhanshu, please check your answer. Yeah, if you are, if you are not comfortable in answering directly, you can just send the answer in chat box as well.
Sir, is it A?
A, okay, let's see. Yes, guys, please feel free to enter your answers in the chat box as well. I'll look at each one of your answers. Okay, let's discuss. So clearly, as soon as I look at this number, now how should I get the logic, right? Now tell me, what are all these numbers? Is there any specification for all these numbers? Yeah, please tell me, is there any specification for all these numbers, or all these numbers are any particular type of numbers?
Sir, number prime.
Right, prime numbers, right? So all these numbers are clearly prime numbers. So now by looking at this, you have to understand that, there is something, the logic here is something based on the prime numbers. Okay. Now I'll observe that, okay, 5 and 7 are immediate prime numbers, right? So 5 and 7 are immediate prime numbers. Okay, fine. Let's go to the other one. 31 and 41. 31 and 41 are not immediate prime numbers. So in between, there is one prime number, which is 37, right? So in between, there is one prime number. And what about 13 and 19? Again, the same thing with 13 and 19. In between, there is one prime number, which is 17. Okay. What about 17 and 23? Yes, there is one prime number between 17 and 23, which is 19. So between all these three options, there is one prime number. But between 5 and 7, there is no prime number. And that's the logic we have to apply here. Pramay, did you apply the same logic? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I hope all of you understood, right? Okay. So this is the type of questions you can expect, guys, right? These are, again, as I told you, very much closer to your previous year questions, right? So you have to be on point, right? Because there will be continuous questions on logical reasoning, and you should not try to apply the previous logic, like, the logic that you applied to the previous question, should not try to apply the same logic to this question as well, right?
Sir, just a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, if we look at it, other than option A, all the other numbers are double-digit numbers. So,
Sorry?
all the other numbers are double-digit numbers.
Double-digit numbers.
I know
Okay,
it's
that's a
very,
good logic.
I know
Okay,
it's
fine.
very weird,
Yeah,
but
so I'll tell you this also. So what the question paper setter will do is he'll try to keep all these logics in mind and then he'll try to set the answer.
okay.
Okay. So, and even after the exam, if it is known that there are two logics and there are two different answers, basically he'll provide marks for both of those options. So
Okay.
that's what will happen. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, I also have doubt.
Yeah. Sudhanshu?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
in
Sudhanshu,
B
tell me.
option, if we subtract B option, we will get 10. But in A, C, and D, we will get single digit answer as of answer.
Okay. I think that's pretty much, the logic there is, I mean, that's very, so if you are subtracting and if you are getting the same number in three cases, then that would have been a better logic. But just comparing it with single digit and double digit, that might not be such a better logic, Sudhanshu. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. So see, these are the type 1 type of questions where we had to observe a relationship between the numbers, right? The numbers can be prime numbers, the numbers can be lesser than and greater than, and there can be addition or subtraction between the two numbers, right? Now we are going to type 2 numbers. Yeah. Can you guess what would be the relation here? Yeah. So here the hint that I'll give you is try to perform some arithmetic between the digits. This is my suggestion. Okay. Try to perform some arithmetic between the digits.
Option A.
Option A. Okay, let's see.
Option D.
Option
D.
D. Okay, let's see.
Sir, option B.
Option D. Okay, let's see. Okay.
B.
All right. See, what would be the logic, right? So first of all the previous logics would not apply, right? So if I try to find the difference, so this is 7, this here it is 16, and there is larger difference. So that logic is not going to apply. So what logic can I play? Can I multiply? So 5 into 2, 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. No, and 8 into 2 is 16, 16 plus 2. No, that logic is also not going to apply. So what can I do, right? That is the question. So now I'll try to play around with the digits. So here we have 2 digits and then we have, so can I get 5 from 12? That is the way I will think. So if I see one way is here, I'll see 24 is related to 8, right? So I'll say, okay, 2 into 4 can be 8, right? So this is fine. So, but will the same logic apply in all the cases? No, the same logic is not applying. So now what I'll do fundamentally is I'll go to addition, right? Okay, I'll add the digits 1 plus 2. Okay, then I'll add the digits 2 plus 4. Then I'll add the digit 7 plus 4, and then I'll add the digit 7 plus 2. Okay, so here 1 plus 2, I'm getting it as 3. 2 plus 4, I'm getting as 6, and 7 plus 4, I'm getting as 11. Now, if I carefully observe this sum, all this numbered sum is 2 less than the given number, right? So if I add 2 here, then this will be 5. If I add 2 here, then this will be 8. If I add 2 here, then this will be 13. And if I add 2 here, this will be 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So this is the only case in which the logic is not. But in all the remaining cases, the logic is working. Right? Now you might ask me, sir, how will I get that idea that I have to add 2? No, you will not get the idea that you will have to add 2 indirectly. But the idea that you should get is that I have to play around with the digits. Okay, so once you try to add these digits, then you will see that the sum of the digits in all these cases, it is 2 less than the given, right? So that's how you have to think about the logic here, right? This is very important type of question, and this is very critical question. Okay. I hope all of you understood it. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is type 2. So type 2 basically what will happen is based on the arithmetic of digits, right? Sometimes you'll be given questions based on digits multiplication, right? So or digits addition, right? So those sort of questions will be based there. Now let's go into type 3 and yeah, let's try if we can solve this. This should be easy, I guess.
B.
Yeah. Sorry, Pramay, what's the answer?
D. D for
D.
Delhi.
Okay, D for Delhi. Yeah.
It's D.
Okay.
D.
D. Okay. See here, I mean, I think you must clearly identify this because see 15, 46, 12, 37, 9, 28. Clearly, I can see that 15 into 3 is 45 plus 1 is 46. 12 into 3, 36 plus 1 is 37 and 9 into 3, 27 plus 1 is 28, right? Clearly. And here it is 8 into 4 plus 1, right? It's not 8 into 3 plus 1. 8 into 3 plus 1 is 25, but 33 means 8 into 4 plus 1. So the only logic that is failing here is this one. So my answer is the option D. Yeah, so this logic is based on the multiples, right? So with the help of the multiples, we'll try to get to that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Bhavani, yeah, tell me.
Sir, we can also take the difference also, like on the left hand side, we have the difference of 3 continuously, and on the right hand side, we have the difference of 9.
No, I did not understand, Bhavani. Can you be clear?
Like, sir, when we move from 15 to 12, we have the difference of 3, and then from 12 to 9, we have the difference of 3. And simultaneously, when we move from 46 to 37, we have a difference of 9, and then 37 to 28, a difference of 9. But in 8 and 33, we do not have.
Okay. Wow, that's a great observation. But what I would say is first you try to find a logic between these numbers. See, again, what are we asking here? Select the number pair which is different, right? So we have to form a relation between this pair as compared to this pair, right? So try to think in terms of the logical reasoning between this pair first. If you're not trying to find any reasoning, then you can think in that. But because see here we have clearly mentioned, right? Select the number pair, right? So we are looking in terms of pair only.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a great observation. Okay. Yeah, what about this one?
Option A.
Option A, okay.
Option A, sir.
Option A, okay. Right, I think this should be an easy one. Yeah, someone send me text. Yeah, option A, fine. Yeah. So what's the case? What's the catch? 21 into 2 plus 1, 25 into 2 plus 1, and 29 into 2 plus 1. But however, this is 6 into 2 plus 1 is 13, not 15. So option A is your right answer. Correct. Yeah, this one.
Option A.
Option A, okay. Let's see. Can you just check? Whoever has told me option A, can you just check once? C. Okay, fine. So Dhanshu, your answer is C. Okay. Okay, Pramay, your answer is C. Okay. Bhavnit, your answer is C. Okay, I think most of you got C, right? So select the number pair which is C, guys. Always one thing that you have to remember is the multiples may not be in terms of whole numbers, right? So what is the relationship between 18 and 45? So if I look in terms of multi, so this is 18 into 2, 36 plus 9, right? Now, if I try to apply the same logic, 16 into 2, 38 plus 8, right? So the logic is not matching, right? 14 into 2, I don't have. So this time the logic. But however, if I carefully observe, 9 is half of 18 and 8 is half of 16. So there is something that is going on here, which is in multiple of decimals, right? So 18 into 2.5 is 45. 16 into 2.5 is 40. And 8 into 2.5 is 20. But 14 into 2 is 28, not 2.5. So that's the answer. I hope you have applied the same logic, all of you.
Sir, I applied a slightly different logic.
Yeah, please tell me.
In the third option, it is the
Mhm.
only one where the second number is a multiple of the first one. 14 into
Okay,
2 is
okay.
28.
So multiple means you say that it's a whole number multiple.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. That logic is also absolutely fine, right? But yeah, so most of the time, so our brain will be wired in such a way that we will always be expecting a whole number multiples, right? But sometimes they might give the decimal multiples as well. Okay. All right. Yeah. What about this one?
D.
D. Okay.
D for Delhi.
Yeah, D for Delhi. Okay, I got it. Yeah, Pramay also D. Guys, so as you are preparing for BITS exam, my suggestion would be you should remember at least 10 cubes, the first 10 cubes, okay, and first 20 squares. You must be in a position to clearly memorize them, okay. So what is the logic here? As soon as I say this, 8 is nothing but 2 cube and 27 is nothing but 3 cube. 125 is your 5 cube and 216 is your 6 cube. 343 is nothing but your 7 cube and 512 is nothing but your 8 cube. 1009 is not a cube of any number and 1331 is 11 cube, right? So this is the only place where we do not have cubes, right? This is type 4, right? Wherein we'll have questions based on squares and cubes of the numbers. So for that reason, I'll advise you to remember the cubes of first 10 natural numbers and the squares of first 20. Okay. So this should not be a big deal. You should be in a position to easily remember. All right. Oh, okay. This one.
Sir, is it C?
C.
C. Okay. Yeah. Sudhanshu C. Okay, fine. Again, the logic is based on cubes only. So 2 is related to 7. So 7 is nothing but 2 cube minus 1. And 3 is related to 3 cube minus 1. 5 is related to 5 cube minus 1. Sorry, 5 cube is 5 cube plus 1. So here the logic is going to change. But 4 is related with 4 cube minus 1. Yeah, so yeah, I think this is easy question. All right. Yeah, what about this one? So this will take some time. So think carefully. Okay.
D.
Who is
Sir,
that?
D.
Yes, sir, D.
D, sir.
D. Okay. Okay. D for Delhi. Wow. That's very good. Good, guys. You're following. Yeah. So yeah, anyone, if they want some more time, you can take it. Yeah, someone has texted me. D. Okay, fine. I think you are doing great. So what's the logic here? 144 is related to 6. Once I observe all these numbers, these are clearly squares. 144 is 12 square. So I'll write it as 144 12 square. 256 is 16 square. 400 is 20 square and 64 is 8 square. but I have 6. So I have to find some relation between 6 and 12 square. But I know that 6 into 2 is 12 and 8 into 2 is 16 and 10 into 2 is 20. So what I have to do? I have to multiply this number by 2 and then whatever the resultant I'll get, then I have to square it, right? So that's why I'm getting 144. Yeah, good guys. Right. So sometimes you'll get these sort of questions. So till now we have been seeing pairs. Now this is another type of question. And sometimes again the logic can be very simple or easy, right? B. Okay.
B.
B.
Yeah. Okay. See, sometimes guys, the logic can be as simple as just, the logic can be between the digits itself, right? So here if you see, sorry, which one?
B.
B, yeah, B for Bombay, right? So the middle number, the two numbers before middle number and the two numbers after the middle number are the same in all the cases except in the option B, right? So that's the reason option B is the right answer. So here again, we are
Can we
trying.
say B is the only odd number?
Sorry?
Can we say B is the only odd number? And he
Odd
asks the odd
number.
number.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So see again, so again, these are all the questions like, whichever have appeared in your previous examination. So the examiner will keep in mind that as well, right? He'll make sure that the logic will be in such a way that, even if you apply one logic or two logics, you'll get the same answer, right? So yeah, that's also a logic, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and don't confuse this odd number with, odd number terms, like the mathematical meaning of odd number. This is like, whatever the number which is not following the same logic as the other numbers. So again, so in this sort of questions, we do not have any much options, right? See, these are not clearly any cubes or multiples. So obviously the logic has to be between some numbers only. So you have to try to apply some arithmetic between the numbers and try to find what is the logic.
Sir, option C.
Sorry?
Option C.
Option C. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Just check once, Manas. Just recheck once.
Sorry, option D. Option D. Option D.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Let's spend one more. Let's give. I'll give one more minute.
Option A.
Option A. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Try to form a relation between the digits, guys. Okay. I think that's the best we can do here, right? Because there doesn't seem to be any multiples and they're really clumsy numbers. So whatever the logic could be, the logic could be any arithmetic between the numbers. Okay. So the first logic that will come to my mind is adding all the numbers, right? 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay. 2 plus 6, 8. 4, 12 plus 3, 15. Okay, fine. 8 plus 4, 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 5, 23. Okay. So this might be the answer. 4 plus 8, 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 plus 7, 25. No, this is not the logic. Okay. So the addition logic has failed. Multiplication, again, I don't think so because that will lead to larger numbers. So what I'll think is these two numbers are here, right? Based on that, what logic we can get is if I add these first two numbers, that is, if I add 6 plus 2 and if I add 4 plus 3 and if I subtract whatever the difference, right? So that difference gives me 1. Okay. In the same way, if I do 2 plus 6 minus 4 plus 3, that's also giving me 1. In the third option, it is 8 plus 4 minus 6 plus 5. So this is also giving me 1. So I think this logic absolutely correct. And in the last option, 4 plus 8 minus 6 plus 7, but this is giving me minus 1. So through this logic, the only option that is wrong is the option D, and that is our answer. Manas, did you use the same logic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Okay. Right. So here we are using the logic between the digits. Okay.
Sir, can you
Am I
hear
any
me?
doubt?
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Tell me.
Sir, in the A, B, and D options, all of the sums are multiples of 5, but in C, it is not a multiple of 5.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. See, if all the if the sum of all of them are equal, right, then that logic could have worked, right? Again, so that now what we are going is we are placing a logic on another logic, right? So the first logic is there's sum, and again it's not even equal. You're saying that that's logic is they are all multiples of 5, right? So that logic is little bit we are going over the board, right? So as compared to that, this logic is pretty much clear, right? So don't try to build a logic upon logic, or try to follow the first case logic that we are getting. Okay. All right. So yeah, select the odd number from the given alternatives. Yeah. What about this one?
Sir, is it C?
Is it C? Okay, let's see.
Option B.
Check you. May I please check your answer? Okay, option B. Someone has told. Yeah.
Sir,
By the
option
way,
D.
what's your name? Yeah. Yeah. Who is that? Option D. Someone has told.
Yes, sir. Option
Okay.
D.
Option D. Okay. Please check. Please check. Please check.
B, sir, B.
B. Okay. B for Bombay. Okay.
Sir, C.
C. Okay. Fine. Okay. Let's see. Please check your answers, all of you, carefully. We are getting different answers. We are not getting any unanimous answer this time. Please check your answers. Yeah, someone has said again, someone has said A. Okay. C, Sudhanshu. Okay. All right. Guys, again, as soon as we see these numbers, okay, someone has sent me. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's check, guys. So as soon as you see these numbers, what is the instant idea that is coming to your mind? First, tell me this. What is the instant idea
Sir,
that is
squares and then subtract by 1.
squares and subtract by 1? Okay. Okay.
Sum of
What about
digits.
other people? Anyone else? Can you give me the logic?
So
Sum of
add all the
digits.
digits.
Sorry, add all the digits. Oh, okay, fine.
Cube and subtract 1.
Sorry.
Cube and subtract 1.
Okay, cube and subtract 1. Okay, okay, fine. So the first, let's pick up the first logic, which was squares and minus. See, this is 8 square minus 1. That is
No,
fine.
no, 1 minute. Sorry, it is cube
Yeah.
only. Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
cube only, right? Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. So the cube logic is fine, right? So it is 4 cube minus 1. This is 216 is 6 cube minus 1. And 342 is 7 cube minus 1. And 126 is 5 cube plus 1, right? So this is the only case wherein we are getting plus 1, and remaining cases all we are getting minus 1, right? So option B is the answer. But Kaushik, whatever you said also makes sense because 6 plus 3 is 9, 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 9, and 3 plus 4 plus 2 is also 9. But however, 2 plus 1 plus 5 is not 9. So in these sort of situations, what will happen is most of the times he'll give marks to both the options. But I would say the logic is the logic would I would favor this logic, as as soon as C, one must get the idea of cubes, because these are the numbers which are very close to cubes, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that would be the case. So fine, guys. I think we are going
Sir,
great.
Sir, even
Yeah.
if we see according to the multiples of 9, A, B, and D are multiples of 9, and C is not the multiple of 9.
Yeah,
Can we
that
use
is
this
bound to
logic?
happen because the sum of the numbers we are getting as 9, right? So that is bound to happen. They will be the multiples of 9. So yeah, that's the logic I'm also saying, right? Most of the cases I give the marks. But try to what you can do is in this sort of situations you can try to analyze, like which logic you feel as more better, right? So you can think of that, and then you can evaluate, right, based on that logic. So according to me, I feel that the cube logic is more better as compared to the sum logic or multiples logic. But again, as I say that it would be given the marks, right? So you don't need to worry that, right? All right. What about this one? Again, I think this is something logic. This is some logic that is based on numbers only. Digits. This is again, as soon as we see the numbers, we can see they are pretty much absurd, right? The numbers are, they are not clearly any multiples, they are not any this thing. So there has to be some logic based on the digits itself. Okay, someone has sent C, Bhavneet. Okay, let's see. Okay, received and
B.
yeah. Yeah, who is that?
B, sir.
B for Bombay.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. See, okay. Meghana has sent me C. Okay. See, guys, again, so first thing is there is no multiples and all these things. So the logic will be clear that the logic is dependent on the digits itself. Here, I'll give you a small suggestion, like whenever you see these sort of numbers, right? Now, in the first option and second option, one thing that is clear is the digits are the same, right? The digits are the same. So as soon as you see these sort of options, first try adding and subtracting the digits. So you either add the entire digits or you add the first two digits and then subtract the sum of the second two digits from that. So mostly like 99% of the times, the logic will be based on the addition and subtraction of the digits. Okay. So here what I'll do is first I'll apply the basic logic, right? What is the basic logic? Adding of all these digits, right? So if I add these digits, 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 8 is 28. Here also I'll get 28. 6 plus 4, 10, 10 and 8 plus 2, 10, 20. 9 plus 7, 16, 16 plus 12 is 28. So in all the three cases, the sum is 28. In all this case, the sum is 20. Therefore, the answer is option C. Okay, so this is the logic. So in one of the previous questions also, we saw these sort of numbers, right? The numbers with the same digits, and also the logic that got applied was the sum and difference only, right? So if you happen to see these sort of numbers in which the digits are same, try to apply the addition logic or the subtraction logic.
So the absolute values of difference of the first two digits and the last two digits is 4 in every case except B.
The absolute value. Okay, so see again in reasoning, most of the times we'll not use the absolute value. Okay, so because reasoning is always based on whole numbers and integers only, so we'll not go to absolute value. So yeah, let's not try to go there. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is another type of questions in which we'll be giving questions like this. Yeah. So what will be your approach here? Again, try to observe the numbers. Those are some special numbers, right? So try to observe those numbers.
C, sir.
Okay, see, let's see.
C.
Someone has sent an answer. Okay, see.
Sir, C, sir.
Okay, C, fine. Okay, most of the answers are C. Okay, let's see. Right. So, okay. So how is the logic, right? First thing is 25, 16, 9. Okay. All of them are squares of a numbers. Okay. 64, 118. So only two are squares. First, third one is not a square. Okay. Let's see if the same logic. 81, 9, 19. So same thing. Both the first of them are squares and these. Okay. So let's try to put in the squares form. Okay. So as soon as you see squares, you have to do this, right? You have to put in the squares form, right? So this is 5 square, 4 square, and 9, right? And what about this? This is 8 square, 10 square, and 18, right? What about this? 9 square, 3 square, and 19. What about this? 4 square, 8 square, and 12. Okay, now I'll observe, like, is there any relation? If I see carefully, 5 plus 4 is 9. 8 plus 10 is 18. 4 plus 8 is 12. But 9 plus 3 is not 19. So this is the only place where my logic is failing, and that's the reason option C is the right answer. Guys, I hope you used the same logic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. So fine, we are going good. All right, so what about this one?
Sir, D.
D, okay, let's see.
No, sir. D for Delhi.
Yeah, D for Delhi, okay. So Sudhanshu
Sir,
has sent
D for Delhi.
D, okay, fine, okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. So I don't think why there should be any doubt in this question, right? The answer is clearly D, because 1490, it's not a multiple, right? Here clearly I can see that 12. Oh, sorry. So clearly I can see that 12 into 6 is 72 and 12 into 12 is 144. 26 into 6 is 156 and 26 into 12 is 312, right? 17 into 6 is 102 and 17 into 12 is 204. And again, here the logic is not the same, right? 14 into 5 is 70 or 14 into 6 is 84, right? It's not the same logic. So option D is the right answer.
Sir, also 12
Yeah.
into 6 is 72 and 72 into 2 is 144.
Right. Absolutely correct. You can use this that logic as well. Yeah. What about this one?
Sir, A.
Option A.
Sorry, option
A.
A. Okay, fine. Yeah, Pramay has sent option A. A. Okay, fine. Most of
A,
you
sir.
okay, fine. Yeah. So again, I can clearly see this is nothing but 3, 9, 27. So 3 power 1, 3 power 2, and 3 power 3. So this is 9 power 1, 9 power 2, and 9 power 3. 6 power 1, 6 power 2, and 6 power 3. But however, this one is 5 power 1, 5 power 2, but 225 is not 5 cube. 125 is 5 cube, right? So again, this is not our answer, right? So option A is the answer. So guys, again, I'll advise you to remember the squares and cubes. Squares of first 20 numbers and the cubes of first 10 numbers. Okay. Yeah. So till now we have seen whatever the logics we have seen that we have seen in case of numbers. Now we will be seeing the logics in case of alphabets. But before you solve this question, I want you to tell one thing. See, you have to assign numbers to alphabets, right? And again, you can't remember 26 directly, right? So, but what I'll suggest is, see, A and Z are clear, right? A is 1 and Z is 26, right? Now you just try to remember the numbers or the letters which come at these points 5, 10, 15, and 20, 25. right? So what are the letters that are coming at these numbers? So at
E,
20,
J, O, T, Y.
yeah, yeah, right. Cool, right? EJOT, right? Yeah, well, just remember these things and you'll be able to do it, right? Yeah, you solve this question.
Sir, I'm sorry, but can you repeat the EJOTY thing you just said? One second.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, again, we have to assign numbers to each of the alphabets, but it's very difficult to remember, right? All the numbers. So first, A and Z are easy, right? A is 1 and Z is 26.
Yes,
You
sir.
try to remember the numbers that fall at the multiples of 5, right?
Okay.
So this is nothing but E, 10 is J, and 15 is O, and 20 is T, and 25 is Y. And then whatever the numbers that fall in between them, you try to relate with them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Option A.
Okay, let's see. A, F, A. See guys, so this is how I'm placing the numbers, right? So if F, so I'll remember E as 5, right? EJOT, in EJOT E is 5, so F will be 6, E will be 5, B is AB, which is 2. C will be 3, I will come before J. So J is 10, so I will be 9. So this is how I'll remember, right? Next, if I get C, A, B. So C is 3, A is 1, B is 2, and A, G. So A is 1, G. How do I remember G? So E is 5, E of G, right? So F is 6 and G is 7. So this is all. Now, what could be the relation? Now, once you have written the numbers, then you have to try to find the relation between the numbers. So we got 135, 27, 638, 48, 652, 39. Okay, so these seem to be a nice multiples. So if I see what is 135 sum, if I add, I'll get 9. And 9 into 3 is 27. 6 plus 3, 9. And 9 plus 8 is 17. Sorry, this is E, guys. E. So this is 5, right? So this is E here, right? So 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16, right? So the sum is 16. 16 into 3 is 48. 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus 2 is 13. Their sum is 13. 13 into 3 is 39. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 into 3 is 18, but not 17. So this is the only thing which is negating our logic. So our option is option D. Got it? So the important point here is you have to convert the digits into the letters into numbers, and once you have converted them into numbers, you have to try to find the logic between the numbers. Okay. Yeah. What about this one?
Option D.
In D. Okay, let's see.
Sum of the numbers.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yes, sir. D.
D. Okay, fine. Yeah, D. Okay.
Sir, D.
D. Okay, fine. So again, you have two numbers, right? So A, F, C. So 1, 6, and 3, right? So D, C, C, right? It is 4, 3, 3. B, F, B, right? So 2, 6, 2. E, B, D, right? 5, 2, and 4, right? So these are the numbers. So again, what you have to do, so whatever the relationship I can find between the numbers, I have to try to find. So 1 plus 6 plus 3 is nothing but 10. 4 plus 3 plus 3 is nothing but 10. 2 plus 6 plus 2 is nothing but 10. And 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. So the only thing that is negating our logic is option D. So this is our answer. So guys, so the questions on letters will be like this only, right? So again, they are nothing but disguised. They are in the disguised form of classification of numbers only, right? So what you just have to do is you just have to, convert the letters into numbers and then use the logic. Okay. Yeah. What about this one? So again, you have to find the odd one.
Sir, C.
Okay. No. Please check. Please check.
D, sir.
D. D. D.
D. Okay. D for Delhi. Okay. So what would be the logic here? See, wine can be poured in a bottle, right? So wine can be contained in a bottle. Again, tea can be contained in a cup, right? In the same way, water can be contained in a pitcher, right? Pitcher is that glass jar type of thing where you'll hold the water. But you cannot contain a ball in a bat, right? You'll hit a ball with a bat, right? The ball cannot be placed in the bat, right? So this is how you have to think about the logic. Yeah.
Opposite bottle wine, cup tea, pitcher water, bat ball. Island the odd word.
Select the odd word from the given
Yeah,
alternatives.
yeah, who is this? Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's solve the last question of the day. Yeah, so one thing that I'll tell you is most of
D. D.
D.
yeah. So D is the right answer because manganese, zinc, and iron, all of them are metals, whereas chlorine is a non-metal, right? See, most of these types of questions will be based on concepts from your physics and chemistry, because in BITSAT you have physics and chemistry as well, right? So sometimes he might ask you, measures, right? So for example, can you guys tell me what is what instrument do we use to measure the current?
Ammeter.
Ammeter, right?
Ammeter.
So yeah, what device do you use to measure the potential difference?
Voltmeter.
Voltmeter. So he'll give you 4 options in such a way, right? So he'll give you a ammeter, voltmeter, and something else, right? So you have to choose from the odd word. Sometimes he'll mention atomic mass units and kilograms, and then he'll mention moles, right? So moles is not related to weight, right? Atomic mass units, kilograms, and grams are something that are related to weights of an atoms, right? But however, when it comes to moles, it will talk about the number of atoms. So these sort of questions, which you'll basically see in your physics and chemistry, right? So from there, he'll pick up the questions and he'll put the odd one. All right. Yeah, fine, guys. So that was the class about the classification. So let me know if you have any doubts or any questions.
Thank you, sir.